What is going on, everybody? This is Mike from The Last Corvette. Today's Instagram post is about C6 cross flags that go on your bumpers or your cross flag badges. Now, C5s, C6s, C7s, they all have cross flags, and they do share one thing in common. They have to be removed in order to do paint corrections, resprays, like in my case, and it's just the proper thing to do. Or if your cross flag is original to the vehicle, and like in my case, when I first got it, the cross flags were faded right in this area, and they also get condensation, even though OEM ones. It's just the nature of the beast. So I learned my lesson. I'm going to share my lesson with you guys. So this one here is actually what I'll use on the rear bumper when the vehicle gets back from the body shop. Okay, this one here is a aftermarket. This is not OEM. So if you go on eBay or Amazon, you can pick these up. Sometimes a pair will run 50 bucks for something like this. Okay. Now your OEM ones will run anywhere from $90 to $130 at the dealer per. So obviously people choose to get your complete package, front and rear, like what I got, and this explains why I have one left over. So let me kind of dive into the details. Now, aftermarket cross flags, there's only one or two that I found that have the locating pins just like the OEMs. If you've ever removed a cross flag off your C6, or if you want to change them out, what you'll find out is when you remove your badge, and if it's original, right in this area, center and center, you'll see two pins sticking out. And when you remove it, you'll notice that you have two holes in your bumper. And what that does is simply locates your cross flag to your bumper, meaning that it's going to be nice and square, it's going to be nice and straight, and it's going to be in your proper position. The cross flag that I had on my C6 that I actually still currently have on the rear bumper is aftermarket, just like this one. Now, the difference between the rear bumper and the front bumper, the rear bumper cross flag goes on a flat surface. It's slightly angled, but it's flat. And this works great. And you can still eyeball center line. So yeah, having the pins is literally just you align it and off it goes, but you can still use it. My cross flag had no issues. It was nice and square, nice and straight, in the proper orientation and position. Now, what I found out, and that's the reason I have the spare one, I actually was going to order one, and then I started digging through my parts that I got, and I found this one. And I kind of remembered why, and that's why I'm doing this video. So if you buy a pair of these square and straight cross flags, they'll work perfect on your rear bumper, on your fridge like I got over here, or anywhere else you have a flat surface. They won't work for shit on your front bumper. On the C6, regardless of what model you have, your front bumper has a curvature, and that curvature will create issues when it comes to, even if this is nice 3M tape, when you're trying to stick this cross flag on, your outer edges will always stick out, and you'll have gaps, and it'll look like total shit. So the part numbers are different. So if you go on GM website, you'll see that the front cross flag is one part number and the rear cross flag is another part number. And the reason behind that is the front cross flag is actually curved to fit your bumper. Easy peasy, but I didn't know that, and I learned my lesson. I'm sharing it with you guys. So if you're ever replacing the front one, make sure you get OEM. If you're replacing the rear one, you can get away with the aftermarket, because all aftermarket badges are square and straight. None of them are curved. They tell you, oh, use a heat gun and they'll mold right to your bumper. It won't. What's going to happen is it's going to crack. This acrylic here is going to crack, and that's what happened to me. It's going to look like complete shit. Or if you stick it on, you'll basically have this portion stuck to the front bumper, and then these outer wings will just be flapping in the air. So front bumper, always stick with OEM. Pre-molded, curved cross flag with locating pins. If you choose to go and replace your rear one, just remember, you can still use your cheaper option without locating pins, or you can go with locating pins to make your life easier. One more thing, there is a slight difference when it comes to OEM, obviously, and non-OEM. Difference is the depth of this color and this here, and the cross flag as well, and the checker flags. The reason behind that is obviously it's aftermarket. They can't make it the same color, the same, you know, as we'll say, like font or design, so they don't get sued. So it's slightly different, but you literally have to put on their microscope to notice the difference, or have both of them sitting side by side. Anyway, I hope this video helps. I'll talk to you guys later.